y'all doing today? This is Earthquake from Tattoo For You. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Ambition Torped and the Ambition kuark Mini, the long version. I know we've gone over the kuark Mini short version before, but you'll see once I open these why I'm reviewing it again. Let's move that one. These up here. Okay, we'll start with the battery pack. So first things first, you get an Ambition tattoo card. It just gives you all their info. Then you get another one that tries to sell you stuff. The new cartridges, which I'm going to be checking some of these out soon. Alright, that's it for those things. Now, I got two of these. My kid opened one. I have not opened it. He just took it out of the box. He was looking for his Rubik's Cube. And these are going to be the Ambition kuark Mini long versions. So I got gold and I got pink because I like being a little weird. I'm a biker. I find it funny as hell when you're tattooing another big ass biker with a pink machine. They tend to bust my balls, but I don't care. So inside of here, you got your machine, your battery pack. You got a charging wire. It's gonna be the same thing for the other one, so I'm not gonna waste your time or mine opening it. Now, I'm going to give you the specs of these real quick. Here, give me a second. Find my little note paper here. Alright, so the Ambition kuark long version. The short version is, it stops like at the bottom of the button. That is the only difference between this one and the other one. This one's got a slightly bigger battery inside. So the dimensions are 5 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. The weight is 2.77 ounces. The battery life is about 10 hours. That's going to be depending on what stroke your machine has, what voltage you're running. On the slightly smaller versions, they run at they say they run for about 8 hours, and I've used mine a lot. I've probably done about anywhere from like 50 to 75 tattoos You know, sometimes I'm dabbling with the ballpoint pens, so I'm just chalking all that up in there. And they last about 8 hours. You know, they last about 7.5 to 8 hours, depending on what volt you're on. So these, I don't see why they wouldn't last the 10 hours they say. The volt increments are going to be 0.1. This does have a jump start mode, so this is standard mode with the S. You're going to double tap that, and then you're going to get a J, and then it'll go to jump start. This goes from 4 volts, I believe, all the way down to 4 volts, and then all the way up to, I believe, 12. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, and it ends at 12. And you can do one at a time, or like you just seen, you can hold it to turn your machine on and off. You're going to tap the button, tap it again to shut it off. You'll hold it. Now we're going to move on to these machines. We'll put these over here for now. And I did spend a little bit of extra money, so that way I could get matching machines and battery packs. I could have saved a few dollars if I would have just got it as a combo, but the only way you can get a gold machine with a gold battery pack and a pink machine with a pink battery pack is you have to buy them separately, at least on Amazon. I don't know about their website. I just go through Amazon because that is their actual store on Amazon. So it's just easier and more convenient. Now, I don't think I went over the price on the kuarks. These go for $59.99 plus tax. So like 62 bucks. Now we're gonna open these, and they're gonna have a very similar case to the battery packs. You're also gonna get the same stuff in the box, which we already went over, so we're not gonna go over that again. I'll tell you one thing, these little cases that they come in, they're semi-hard, but they're pretty solid. Like, you take this thing, chuck it, and your machines will be fine. Now, like I said, I got gold and I got pink. Now, these are going to be a short pen. You guys gotta bear with me. I gotta move this table out a little bit. I keep bumping into it. Now, we'll put these up here. Now, inside of your little carrying case thing, you're gonna have a package, and it'll have all the cam adjustments. Let's get this out first. So you're going to get your wire. If you want to plug this into a traditional power supply and you don't want to go with battery packs, it can be wired. Then inside of there, you're going to have 2 extra cams. And the machine's going to come with a... let me get my little note here. So the Ambition Torped is going for $69.99. It comes with a 4.0 stroke, and then inside this bag you'll get your adjustment, your little tool to change it out, and it'll come with a 4.5 stroke and a 5mm stroke. The dimensions of these machines As you can see, they're pretty short. They look a little bit shorter in my hands because I have, you know, pretty big hands. I'm a big dude. The length is 3.5 inches. The diameter is 1.25 inches. The weight is 4.65 ounces, so a little over 6.5 ounces. It does have a click grip, which, no, it's up here. I thought it was down here. It's a very firm click. It's very tight. It's not something that you're going to be tattooing and it's going to be constantly messing around on you. The suggested volt running speed, suggested volts to run the machine are 6 to 10 volts. It is a suggestion. The total cost, if you bought both of these machines on Amazon before tax, would be $129.98. You gotta add your tax, so you're at probably, I think, $133, $134, something like that. I'm not a mathematician. So the Ambition Torped is very comparable to the CNC Q2, except about half the price. And you're going to get 3 strokes with it. You're going to get a 4.0, you're going to get the 4.5, and the 5.0. The good thing about this machine is it's got the click grip. It's got the O-rings, it's got all that jazz. But this machine is very easy to clean. There's a lot of machines out there that you can't do this next step, which is crack this open without a tool. This just unscrews, and then you can clean in here, and you can lube it, and you can sanitize it. Because if you're popping cartridges in and out of this, and you're working on people, and you can't get in here, you're just contaminating everybody. So just a tip, that's another reason why I looked into this machine. So we will be running these with the 4.0 stroke. And it'll say right on here, I don't know if that'll focus. See if we can get that to focus. I think you might be able to see it, but it'll say 4.0 on the cam. So you'll always know what cam you have in your machine just by popping that off. These battery packs fit on pretty tight at first. Now, we're just going to see how they run. I have not turned these on yet. So that is pretty quiet for 8 volts. See how they run at 10 volts. That's not bad. That's a really quiet machine. Alright, let's grab some needles. I have my fake skin needles. I use them, you know, depending on the piece, I use them once or I use them a couple times. So they get rinsed and then they get thrown in a pouch. I got a standard 23 curve mag, and I have a 18 round liner bug pin. And they are, the curve mag is a dynamic spade. The bug pin round liner is a easy tattoo cartridge. So before we do this, let's check this machine, make sure this one's quiet too. A little bit louder because I had it on the jump start mode. Let's turn that on again. Again, not bad. Now, let's speak on the jump start mode. The jump start mode is for when you're using these big liners. You know, you're running a big liner and you need that little extra bump in voltage to get it going. There's more needles. There's, you know, more weight to push to get it going. So that's why you would use it in jump start mode. But these machines are higher strokes, so you really don't need it, but it's nice that it's there. So that is 8 volts with the standard 23 curve mag. And that is at 8 volts. Let's put it in jump start mode. So it's gonna run a little faster for about a half a second, and then it'll smooth back out. Yeah, that little extra noise. Now we're gonna do the same thing. Another thing about these battery packs is they have the flat side, so they're not gonna roll far. Either way, they're gonna stop. Now these machines, they feel really good in the hand. They're pretty light. Again, I have big hands, but they should be fine for anyone. Okay, so this is the, again, 4.0 stroke. This is going to be the bug pin 18 round liner on jump start mode with 8 volts. So again, you're going to hear that little you know, that little extra humming. Now, these do also have a runtime. I found that any tattoo machine that has that, it's not that accurate, because every time you shut the machine off, it's not running, so you're not really calculating how long you're tattooing. So it's nice if you're going to be going straight at it. You're not going to be taking any breaks or stops or anything like that, or you're not going to be switching between machines. But realistically, it doesn't help that much, but it's a feature. It's there. If you want to use it, it's there. So now we are gonna take this machine apart, and we're gonna put a bigger stroke in it and see how it runs with that. So let's take this needle out. So in order to do that, it's very simple. We're going to take this top piece off. This is a direct drive machine, so we're going to pop that cam off, pop a new cam on. So there's the new cams, there's the tool, there's a little O-ring. You know, when it comes time to replace your old one, if you need, like, if you burn through O-rings, you're tattooing every day, you know, you're in a shop, what have you, you can buy O-rings at a hardware store. Just take the one you have, go to the hardware store, get a new O-ring. So Alright, I see what happened now. So what happened was this little black piece, that is your bolt or screw, and that popped out during travel. Which this is going to be pretty hot with gloves on, but we'll figure it out. So if that does happen to you, go nice and easy. You don't want to strip out the hole. This is a Chinese company, so they'll probably strip out pretty easy. That goes for any tattoo machine. You know, they're all made in China nowadays. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that out of the way. There's your little hole. You're going to take your Allen key. You're going to hold everything so that way you're not messing nothing up. And we're just going to loosen that up. And then this pulls right off. And there we go. The 4mm strokes off. We're going to take this. There's a little hole here. You're going to put that on here. Then we're going to turn this so this piece is up. And then we're going to stick our little Allen key back in there. And we're going to put it nice and tight while firmly pressing here so that way it doesn't come off as you're screwing. Now, you don't want to go so tight that you strip everything out, but you want to go tight enough that it's on there. So that looks like it's straight. In a matter of, what, 2 minutes? We went from a 4.0 stroke to a 5.0 stroke. Now we got everything back together. Turn this battery pack on. I really think it's this needle that's doing that. Let's try it with this needle. I think it might be time to replace that needle. Yeah, it was definitely that needle. So, your machine's going to be hitting harder with that 5.0 stroke. It's going to be good for lining and color packing. And it's going to be good for pushing big needles. You're not going to want to use a 3-round liner with a 5.0 stroke. You're going to want to use bigger needles, 14-round liners, 18-round liners, you know, stuff like that. You're going to want to be pushing big cartridges. And you, like, so if you're running at an 8-volt with a 4.0 stroke, at a 5.0 stroke, you can run at like 6.5 volts. Because it's going to be hitting way harder, so you're not going to have the machine cranked up so hard. So it just makes everything smoother. Like, I could already feel it in this one, that it's so much smoother. So I'm at 8 volts with that needle on this machine. You know, this thing, I can feel it thumping. This one's still got the 4.0 stroke. See how much quieter that is? It's because it's not hitting as hard. So, while this is still perfectly fine, it's not going to go in the skin as easy, the ink. With the 5.0 stroke, it'll make it a lot easier to get the ink in the skin and get out quick. But if you're sitting there and you're just going over and over and over again, you're gonna tear up the skin with a 5.0 stroke. So if you're new and you're not that sure of yourself, you're going to want to stick with the 3.5 in a different machine. They have these same machines that go down from, I believe it starts at 4, or it starts at 3.5 and it goes down to 2.5. I'm not sure. I haven't bought that one yet. But for the price, you can't beat these. What did I say? 130 bucks before tax. And they come in gold, pink, and black. So, you know, you can be like me. You can buy the pink out of, you know. Well, you can get the gold. The gold's pretty cool. I will be doing some videos of me tattooing with these. They might be on fake skin. They might be on people. Might be a little bit of both. But I'm probably going to be running these at the 5.0 strokes, because that was the main reason I bought these. I wanted a big, hard-hitting machine, and I don't want to spend a lot of money. I'm a cheap bastard. So, I have been Earthquake from Tattoo For You. Like, subscribe, share, pass on the knowledge, you know. Help the future artist out, you know. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Y'all have a good day.